I have witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces utilizing the main gun of the Merkava tank, which fires a 120 millimeter round. And they call that a warning shot. I call that a war crime. You don't fire on an unarmed population to communicate or control them. It's a violation of the Geneva Convention. So yes, I have witnessed it firsthand. We were not provided with a rules of engagement. We were not provided with a standard operating procedure. The practice that became was just modeled off of what the Israeli Defense Forces in the area would do. I have seen the coax machine gun on the tank fire at the feet, over the heads, and into the crowds. A machine gun is an area fire weapon. It doesn't shoot a precise spot, it shoots in an area. Never in my military career, 25 years of service in multiple combat locations around the world, have I seen anyone use a quote-unquote warning shot from a belt-fed machine gun. I saw some of the most professional, compassionate, calm, and mature former soldiers operating in a very complex environment. And to the other end, I saw some of the most barbaric, immature behavior that I've ever witnessed. A UG Solutions contractor opening fire with his rifle, his assault rifle. And it's very clear. You can hear a very loud succession of shots. You then hear very clearly what he was shooting at was at the crowd of Palestinians that were leaving the site. We were distributing from site number 2. And this young boy, maybe 7 to 6 years old, my son's age, walked up to myself and another contractor that was standing next to me. He kissed his hand, and then he kissed my hand. And that was meaningful. It touched us. This little boy in his hands was carrying half a bag of rice that he found on the ground, some lentils in a scrap bag with some rocks and dirt because he was picking it up from the ground. He had no shoes. He left with the rest of the crowd. When I first heard the machine gun open up, I didn't know what it was. So I ran up to the berm, took cover to look, and I see the bullets flickering off, and I was trying to find out what was going on. Was there an enemy? What was the threat? And there was no threat. It was just the IDF shooting to communicate with the crowd. And Palestinians were left dead on the ground, on the road. And Amir was amongst them.
Mr. Aguilar's claims to the BBC and others that he was an eyewitness to IDF actions are false. He did not leave the static distribution site during operations, and from there, he would not have had a line of sight to any IDF assets that were behind high berms protecting the sites.
When's the last time you were in a combat zone and understood line of sight and what to look at? I did it for 25 years. I don't tell you how to be a lawyer or how to peddle propaganda. I know what I'm talking about.
Mr. Aguilar was terminated from his contract with UG Solutions on June 13th, 2025, due to poor performance, volatile conflicts with staff, and erratic behavior.
Multiple times now they said they fired me, but not once have they generated a termination letter or a firing letter or a human resources letter that says I'm fired. I terminated my contract. Period. I am not anti-Israel. I'm not anti-Palestine. Never done anything like this in terms of going on the record with something. But what I saw and what I witnessed and what the world got a peek of, a day of reckoning is coming.